Hey everybody, it's the Musical Gamer again, and I have done it. I have finally done it. Lord knows I have done it. I have hit 1,000 subscribers. Yes, the time has come. I can finally take my place on the pantheon of greatness. Or I could just do better in the future. Yeah, that sounds good. Anyway, I put up a video the other day asking to get questions from all of you guys. I was going to be answering 20 questions in this special 1,000 sub special episode, and I said special twice. That was very redundant of me. Anyway, I have questions. I obviously got more than 20, so I picked the first 20 people who sent them in to me. So sorry if you're not one of the people I picked. You guys are just literally like a couple minutes late, probably. And I also said you could send me multiple questions, so some of these people did send me multiple questions. I picked, if you send me multiple questions, and you are on the list that I'm going to be answering, I literally picked at random which question I was going to answer. So I'm answering one question from each of the first 20 people that sent me questions. So let us get this show on the road. Question number 1. What is your current recording setup? By Shadowspore98. I got this question a lot from all of you guys and everybody who sent me questions. I have no problem answering this. Just I always chose not to because it's just kind of complicated. I first got started recording with a HD Dazzle, which came with the Pinnacle Studios editing software. They're not that expensive. They're about $90. Or $90 to $100 for the HD version. The un-HD version, which is earlier model, comes with, I think, Pinnacle Studios 12. The HD one comes with 14, and that's the one I have. But the un-HD version, I think, is like $50 to $60. And this is included with the recording software, as well as the capture card. So it's pretty nice. That is the card I first started with, and I still use occasionally. More for the PS2 and Wii games. I also use my headset that I use is a Turtle Beach. I have the Earforce PX21 Turtle Beach model. I bought that with the recording software. Actually, no, I did not buy that with Pinnacle Studios. What am I talking about? I started Let's Playing in the summer 2 years ago, and then when I got home for the fall in September, I bought the headset. I have recently, though, well, not so much recently, but about like 6-7 months ago-ish, back in the winter of when 2012 started, I bought a HD capture card, not the Pinnacle, but I bought the Hauppauge HD PVR. That's what I use to record any Xbox 360 or PS3 games. It also comes with recording software called, what is it called? It's called Total Media Extreme. That's what it is. Not that bad. It's actually pretty decent. The files it makes are freaking gigantic, though, which is why when I play games like Valkyria Chronicles or Persona 4 Arena, I tend to record in large sessions and then split the videos. I also try not to record for more than an hour at a time, so that might be why some videos have some awkward timings in them or anything like that. But that's what I use. That's what my recording setup is like. I have all these recording installation programs installed. Oh, one other program that I sort of, well, bootlegged off the internet, and you guys can do that too if you really want to. I do not condone any illegal acts. I'm just saying it's there. I also have Vegas Pro 10. I got a cracking keygen for it, and it's been proving to be very, very useful. It's what I use to edit any Wii or PS2, any un-HD content, which is also what I use my Dazzle for. So I use the Vegas Pro video editor to render those videos because I can drag the edges of the videos to fit the screen size and that kind of stuff, so there isn't any black borders, which if you look at some of my earlier videos, like especially the Persona videos, Persona 3, The Journey, you'll notice that they're like boxes. It's because I didn't really know how to use the Dazzle back then. Then Randomize showed me how to use the Dazzle more effectively, and that's when we got the widescreen format, which the first couple videos of Art and Elico were in. I think like the first 5 or something like that were in that. And then I eventually got the Vegas Pro, and then I started cutting and pasting and making sure that things fit to scale. All right, well, that is your question answered, Shadowspore. I hope you have found that helpful. Question number 2. What is your favorite genre of music? From Oh Hi There Marissa. I think that's how you say your name. I'm not sure. Don't shoot me for mispronunciations. Anyway, my favorite genre of music, well, I'm guessing you don't want game music as an example, though that is a very big favorite of mine. My true favorite genre of music is actually jazz. More specifically, I like smooth jazz. I like any kind of jazz, but smooth jazz is my favorite. I kind of grew up on smooth jazz. Like when I was like a little kid, my parents would play it for me and I'd fall asleep to it. I eventually ended up listening to radio station 101.9, which used to be a very, very big smooth jazz radio station in the New York, New Jersey area. And it was so good. But they got rid of it like in 2006. And I've just been like depressed ever since. But since they started putting XM radio in cars, like in every kind of car you can imagine, I've got my smooth jazz fixed from like watercolors and that kind of thing. So that's my favorite genre of music. Question number 3. How did you become a fan of the Shin Megami Tensei games like Persona and Nocturne? By the True Azure. Funny story, actually. Back when I was in high school, I had a friend, Matt. Not the same Matt who's Iactium that we play with in the Republic of Antietam, but another friend of mine, Matt Gorski. He was the one who actually introduced me to Persona 3. He was a big fan of the games, and he said I would probably like them, because we used to have like big video game discussions back in the day when we were still in high school. He introduced me to Persona 3, and I fell in love immediately. And then he also actually introduced me to the Raido Kuzunoha series and Nocturne as well. He kind of introduced me to them one after the other. And then I got hooked. Literally, I got hooked. He also loaned me Raido Kuzunoha, the first and the second game when that came out, and they were both fun games. I gave them back to him by now, but I did, right? Yeah, I did. Oh God, I did. But I just became a fan of the series from his input and from what he's told me, and then introducing it to me, and the rest is history, as they say. Question number 4. What's your favorite game and/or game series? By ISO Solo. That is a very tough question, because I have a lot of favorite games, and I have a lot of series that I do enjoy. I honestly, and as unoriginal as this sounds, I'm probably gonna have to say the Persona series is my favorite game series. I have to say it's probably my favorite game series out of all of them. I think there is a question later on that has me go into a little more detail about this. Anyway, moving on. Question number 5. Have you played any of the Tales of games by Bloodgear 115? Yes, I have. I actually have a few of the Tales games. I have Tales of Vesperia on my Xbox 360. I downloaded it. I also have Tales of Symphonia, randomized actually. He bought it. He bought that and a couple of other games like Legend of Zelda 4 Sword Adventures. I'm sure you guys remember that one. If you've seen our co-op of it. He also bought Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. They're all just sitting at my house. So I've kind of been playing through, like I haven't finished Tales of Symphonia, but I played through like a good like half, maybe 3/5 of the game. Very fun game for the GameCube. He planned on doing some co-op stuff with me with that, but we never really got around to it yet. I also have Tales of the Abyss for PS2. Very, very good game. Another game I actually haven't finished. It's funny, now that I think about it, I have a couple of Tales games, but I have not finished any one of them. Sort of. I also have Tales of Grace's F for the PS3. I finished the main game of Tales of Grace's F, but I never finished the epilogue, which is part of that version, because the F version is the kind of the extended second version that they came out with in Japan. That's also the only version I think that made it to the US. Do I have any other Tales of games? For some reason I feel like I do, but I think I'm forgetting it. Well, anyway, that's pretty much what it is. So yes, I have played the Tales of games. Question number 6. Which girl would you most likely date from Persona 4 by Syef96? Oh, you like giving me tough questions, don't you, viewers? Oh, which girl? Oh, Lord. I'm assuming by that you mean Social Links or the Persona team. Well, actually, the Persona team are all Social Links, so that's not really a good example. But, from Persona 4, I'm torn. I am completely torn between Yukiko and Rise. Completely torn. Rise's kind of got that bubbly personality that I like, and she's also very entertaining and cute, I suppose. Yukiko, however, probably would be better girlfriend material if she learned how to cook. Because, god damn it, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich, Yukiko. Question number 7. How did you, Randomize, and Bassman meet each other? By Kizu556. Well, we have to go way back in the day. And by way back in the day, I mean to the early days of high school. Which really isn't that long ago when I think of the grand scheme of things. But that's where I met Bassman. My my best friend to date, Mike Allworth. It's where we met. We met our sophomore year of high school in our English class, actually, and then we ended up doing shows together at Seton Hall, and, well, I only did the shows at Seton Hall, but he also did shows at our sister school, because his, well, sister also went to our sister school, and he knew people there, so I've seen him do shows there, I've seen the shows there, we've done shows at our high school together. That's how we met. We've been best buds since, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Bassman. But then me and Bassman, eventually, we went to the same college. We went in to major in the same thing, music education, with the concentration of voice. He has since switched to vocal performance. But our freshman year, within like the first month of school, we met Randomize, Josh Arcilia, there at school. He has been another best bud of ours. We actually met because we all had an interest in barbershop. Well, actually, more appropriately, the two of them had an interest in barbershop. And they wanted to form a quartet together, so they found another guy who wanted to sing lead. And then literally, Bassman was like, wait, I know the perfect guy to sing tenor. As I'm walking down the hall, literally grabs me and brings me into the stairwell of our school, and we start singing. That's how our quartet got formed, and that's how I met Randomize. And since then, Randomize has become somewhat of a commodity around here. Oh, Randomize. But that's how we all met. Question number 8. Do you see gaming as a possible career as something secondary along with your musical talents? By DS Haseo. This is actually a very funny question, because this is a point I kind of wanted to make a while ago, but I never got around to it. And by a while ago, I mean actually a year ago. Some of you might remember during the days of Super Paper Mario and, oh lord, what was the other game I was doing at the time? I'm pretty sure it was Artanelico. You might have noticed that I had ads on some of my videos, like banners, and there was ads appearing on the side. Nothing like video ads, but that's because for a short time I did have a sort of semi-partnership with YouTube for a couple of months, from about May to August of 2011. You might be wondering why I'm saying I did. That's because Google decided to disband and deactivate my account because for some reason I got false clicks on the ads on my videos. What false clicks mean are I got multiple clicks on ads by the same IP address, so it was the same person just constantly clicking the ads, and now that while that did add up more money for me to be able to get, Google thought I was inflating the money myself. So they decided to just say, well, we're revoking your privileges and not giving it back. I tried for about a year to show them the light and get my partnership reinstated so I can actually get a real partnership, because I did get a couple offers. I did get 2 offers in the last 4 or 5 months to partner with some big sort of program that I can't do it because Google disabled my account and they won't give it back. So, unfortunately, gaming as a possible career, don't really see it as going to happen anymore. I was kind of hoping on the partnership to be able to get money. Otherwise, it's a sad, sad story, but eventually I am probably going to have to stop the LPing business and At least probably by the time I get out of college. It depends on what I do as my job, really. But more on that later. Question number 9. What are some games you haven't Let's Played that you could recommend by Singing Since '08? Games that I haven't Let's Played that I can recommend, any of the Suikoden games. They are great games. I have recently been playing through Suikoden 3 and 5 again recently. The only Suikoden game I have not played is 2. But Suikoden games, great games to play. Any of the Zelda games are awesome to play. I mean, you don't really need me to tell you what games are great out there that I haven't Let's Played, because I really haven't Let's Played that many games. In all honesty, I mean, hell, I can recommend Persona 4. I haven't Let's Played that one yet. But, yes, there are some great games out there, and a few of those that I mentioned are really good. There's some others that I could mention, but honestly, I don't have 5 years to just sit here and talk about games that are awesome, because there are that many out there. Question number 10. What do you think about black people? By Title Espion. Oh, put your poker face on, gamer. I laughed when I read this question. What do I think about black people? Well, what do black people think about me? I'm a cracker. No, I'm just kidding. Well, maybe some of them do think that, but I like black people. Black people are nice. I have some good friends in the music department that are black. Like one of my friends, Miles, he's a kick-ass piano player. Holy crap. Another friend of mine, Terrence, is an awesome cello player. There's nothing wrong with black people. I mean, my only issue is I can't find them when I turn the lights off, but they can say the same thing about me. They lose me in the snow. So, that is my stance. Number 11. Will you ever play a game full blind by Tsukume? Maybe? I don't know. I intended Persona 4 Arena to be a full blind game, but that really didn't turn out so well because I have patience issues, as you all know. I don't have anything against doing a full game, doing a game blind, fully blind, like just buying a game, sitting down and playing it, or something like that, but I mean, I like going in with a plan and knowing what I'm doing, because I intended to, I think I mentioned this in the first episode of P4 Arena, but I mentioned that I was going to do Catherine as a Let's Play, fully blind. I got the game, I actually did record the first 2 episodes or so, but my issue was that I was getting so into the story that I wasn't speaking. I completely forgot I was recording. Some of you might think that's good. In a sense it could be, but I'm not like Seamus from The Creatures, who can just sort of blather on about nothing, and by God, he is good at that, and he can keep people entertained even when he has no idea what's going on. I like paying attention to the game. I like the stories in games. That's what I buy games for. I buy the game to be taken to another world, or to just go through a whole epic adventure. So I end up just getting too into it and focusing too much on the game that I can't be, well, a show personality, I guess is the best way to put it. So, full game blind, potentially, but odds are I'd started off like P4 Arena like that, and we'd end up with Bupkis towards the end because I'd just play it. Because I can play games faster than I can record them. Question number 12. Are you going to do a 100% Let's Play on Persona 4 in the future? By Aromatrell. I can't speak. Or read, for that matter. I could potentially do a 100% Let's Play on Persona 4. I did that with Persona 3, as long as you don't count the Elizabeth requests. I could. I've actually never never Let's Played. Yeah, I have not Let's Played Persona 4. I've never 100%ed Persona 4. I think I tried once. I tried to find some guide, but something went wrong really early on, and I had no idea what was going on. I'm pretty sure I just found a bad guide, but I could attempt to. I'm actually doing a little research into that right now. Not as we speak, but in the same. I'm just doing research as I Let's Play other stuff into Persona 4 as to how to 100% it from start to finish. Another idea I was contemplating was going into doing Persona 4 as a 100% Let's Play in a New Game Plus cycle, because the New Game Plus in Persona 4 is a lot It's better to do as a Let's Play than it would be if I were to do New Game Plus Let's Play of Persona 3. Because Persona 4 levels get reset in a New Game Plus. The only thing that carries over in Persona 4, I believe, is money and your Persona Compendium, which is really, really handy for Let's Play purposes. Oh, and your statistics, like your courage, your knowledge, that kind of thing. Which is why I was considering doing that. Don't know if I will, though. I'll see if I can find anything else about that before I actually get to Persona 4. Question number 13. What do you think of The Hunger Games by Una Elric X18? I actually I don't really know much about The Hunger Games. I only knew sort of about it because of a friend of mine, and she just could not stop talking about The Hunger Games, so I got a bad bias about it, but it was from her, because she loved it, but she would not shut up. She would not shut up about it, and it just kind of drove me and most of her friends off the wall and into the insane asylum. But my insane asylum is YouTube, as you all know. So I don't really know much about it, but I sort of am skeptical about doing any sort of reading about it, or I never even saw the movie. I actually heard the movie wasn't even really that good. I heard it was okay, but not like Batman. Oh, Batman. Question number 14. What is the single worst game that you've ever played, and why? Well, that one's actually not as hard as I originally thought. The worst game I have ever played was Resonance of Fate for the PS3. Some of you might like that game. Some of you may know that game. Some of you may not even know what the hell I'm talking about. But I could just not get into that game one bit. I blew like $50 on it. I still have it too, because I'm someone who never likes to return or sell games back to like GameStop or stuff like that. So I'll keep the games, and eventually, if I ever feel like it, I play them again. I played the game for like a week. No, not even a week. I played the game when I first bought it for like 2-3 days, and I just couldn't get anywhere with it. The battle mechanics I felt were really, really convoluted and confusing. So was world map movement. I could not figure out for the life of me to connect those grids or whatever it was. I tried playing it again like 6 or 7 months after I stopped, and I literally played it for like 3 days after that, and I had enough. I do not like that game one bit. Question number 15. Whoops, I forgot to say that question number 14, single worst game, was by Marathon Man 03. Wow, I'm really losing it today. Question number 15. What are the top 3 games/game series you enjoy by One Mario Chief? Top 3 games, game series. Well, I'm going to list game series because games, that'd be way too hard. Game series, the Persona series, definitely going up there, but I'm going to broaden that to the Shin Megami Tensei series. So the Persona series, Nocturne, Kuzunoha, basically Atlas games that fall into that category. Another game series that I really enjoy, the Suikoden series. I talked about them before. That it's a great series. The only game I have not played in it is Suikoden 4, which was the worst game out of them, I believe, is how the reviews went. I also own Suikoden 1 on the PS3. You can download it off the PSN network. 3 and 5 are PS2 games. 4 is also a PS2 game. I don't own 2. They never put 2 on the PlayStation Network for some reason, because 2 is actually the best game they made. I played it, but I don't own it. I emulated it for a while on my old computer and lost it because we, well, had to get a new computer. Old one broke, yada, yada, yada. I'd love to Let's Play that game, but I have no... I don't know how to emulate and record games. I have, like, a trial version of Fraps. I have EPSXE, but I don't know how to get them to work together. It's really weird. I'm assuming I'm probably going to have to buy the full version of Fraps in order to use it, but if I'm afraid of just shelling out money and getting nothing in return. Another series that I enjoy... I need to think about this one. Another series that I enjoy... You know what? I have no idea. I could say the Final Fantasy games, but that's too basic. Oh, Mass Effect series. Mass Effect series were great. I love the Mass Effect games. I have played all of them. I own all of them. Funny thing is, though, I never saw the extended cut they did for Mass Effect 3. I never got around to viewing that. I downloaded it. I just never viewed it yet. But those 3 game series are game series that I really enjoy. I actually wouldn't say Mass Effect series are in my top 3, but the other 2 are definitely my top 1 and top 2. Question number 16. When choosing a game to Let's Play, what qualities do you look for in that game to Let's Play it? By Ted Goisukuru. Well, when choosing a game, I tend to look for, well, the entertainment value first. Some of you might think I look for music. That's not true. It's just kind of funny that every game I've done so far has had really, really good music involved with it. Qualities like ease of use of controls, just games really that I find entertaining and I like, and because usually most people like those games too. I'm very normal when it comes to that kind of stuff. I also try to make sure that I know a bit about the game before I Let's Play it, which is why blind Let's Plays are hard for me to do, because if I don't know anything about it, then I try to figure it out as I go along, and I end up going too far on one end of the spectrum. Question number 17. What was your influence to start LPing by Animaniac 2? Well, my 2 big influences, H.C. Bailey and Nintendo Capri Sun. Hands down, they were my big influences to start Let's Playing. H.C. Bailey was the first Let's Player I found. I was looking for a guide to Final Fantasy VII back in my emulating days, and I found his Let's Play of it. He was actually in the middle of it, too. So he was my biggest influence. I found Nintendo Capri Sun and Chugga Conroy shortly after that. Then after that, I found... Who did I find? I found a Loyal Gamer, because I was looking into the Suikoden games back at that time, and he was doing them. There's a lot of good Let's Players out there, really. And I kind of drew influences from everybody that I've seen. I've actually stolen a few memes from H.C. Bailey and SSOH PKC, Seamus. Kind of funny, but I have stolen a couple of them and sort of worked them into my own way. So, really, I just sort of picked a bit out of everybody and added my own flair to it, I feel. Question number 18. Do you have any, annoying, siblings? If so, how many? By D. Sir Singh? Don't know how you say your name, but that is your name. No, actually, I don't. Well, sort of. By sort of, I mean, I do have a stepbrother. But other than that, I'm an only child. My stepbrother's like 44. He's married, and he lives a good bit away from the home, so I don't really see him much. So, generally, I'm an only child. Makes recording pretty easy, but my parents and dog don't make recording easy, which is why I tend to do it late at night. Question number 19. Have you ever thought of voice acting or even working with student animations? By Tokyo Girl 345. Actually, it's really funny because I never thought of doing anything like that before I started Let's Playing. But after a while, and some people saying that I have a good voice that they would think would be good for voice acting, and some of my friends, Randomized included, said I sort of have a radio voice. I've been looking into voice acting a lot more into the future. I might do that as a career. I'm not sure. I'm staying at school for my education degree. Don't get me wrong, but I would think voice acting would be great. I love that kind of thing. I'd love to be the voice of some memorable character from a video game, or some anime dub, or commercials, or anything like that. I think it'd be fun. It'd be really fun. Question number 20. You once said that you're working as a kind of teacher of some sort. What exactly are you working as, and in which way does your work influence your schedule or your character? By Sin7LP. Well, I just finished saying that I'm going for my education degree. More specifically, I'm going for a music education degree with a concentration in voice. So I'm a vocal major. I'm a tenor. Some of you already know this. I used to talk about it back in my Persona 3 days, quite a bit actually. It's what my major is. I'm going to be a teacher. At least I'm going to be certified to be a teacher. I actually wouldn't mind looking for voice acting work after I graduate before teaching. It's more of just a fallback plan. But the program at my school is ridiculously intense. For those of you who are in college and know how college credits work and that kind of thing, normally classes that undeclared or science majors or math majors or history majors or arts majors or basically any major but music major, normally the classes you would all have to take were about 3 credits, some maybe 2. Science majors end up having like 4 credit courses in some situations. Usually each class for my school meet twice. The normal is they meet twice a week for an hour 15 minutes each class, twice a week. Music majors, however, have a little bit of a different issue. Minimum credit requirements for my school are 12 to be a full-time student, and we're not allowed to go above 19 credits under normal tuition. If we do, we have to pay extra money per credit. Music majors, unfortunately, basically are double majoring in 1 degree. So my schedules are ridiculously tightly packed. I'm taking 15 classes this coming semester for 17 credits. Those of you who know how the credit system works, you'll be calling me insane right about now, but that's kind of how it goes because all music courses are pretty much 0 credits and mandatory, half credits, 1 credit. Some are 2. The big music courses are 3 credits, but I've pretty much finished all of those already. There aren't that many. The only music courses left I have to take that are 3 credits are my music history courses, and I have to take them. I'm taking music history 1 this semester, next semester 2, the semester after that 3. So I'm pretty much really strapped for credits. And I'm going to be at school from morning till night pretty much every day. So my schedule is really hard and ridiculous. That's pretty much how it goes. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. So, on that note, I'm going to try and really find time to record in bulk or record when I can so that we don't have long-ass dry spells like we did these past couple semesters. So, yeah, that's pretty much where that stands. Well, anyway, that has been 20 questions, and I've been the Musical Gamer. I am so happy that I have 1,000 subs, and I'm so happy that you guys like my stuff, once again. And thank you all for your questions, your well-thought-out questions, might I add. And I hope to see you guys in the future, and more of you to come. This is the Musical Gamer, signing off. See you guys next video.